Hi everyone, this is Rajesh. Welcome back. Previous episode we discussed about present tense. Today we are going to discuss about past tense. Past tense is a verb tense used for a past activity or a past state of being. For example, Lisa ran home yesterday. Sarah was arguing all week. These two examples are past activity. And next example, Toby was angry this morning. Alan seemed confused. These two examples are past state of being. Past tense classified into four. They are simple past tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, and past perfect continuous tense. First one is simple past tense. The simple past tense is used to express an action which took place in the past and is completed by the time of speaking. We always use simple past to say when something happened, so it is associated with certain past expressions. Structure for the simple past tense is subject plus was or were or past tense verb. Rule number 1. Simple past tense is to express an action started and finished at a specific time in the past. Examples: He saw a movie yesterday. Last year I traveled to Delhi. I didn't see him yesterday. Rule number 2. Simple past tense is to list a series of completed actions in the past. Examples: He finished work, walked to the road, and found a big shop to purchase. I arrived from the railway station at 6, lodged into the hotel at 7, and met my friends at 8. Rule number 3. Simple past tense is to express the certain duration which starts and stops in the past. For 2 years, for 5 minutes, all day, all year. That means to describe events that happened over a period of time in the past but not now. Examples: I lived in Chennai for 3 years. Ramya studied German for 5 years. They ran at the ground all day. Rule number 4. Simple past tense is to talk about habitual or repeated actions that took place in the past. Examples: He studied English when he was a child. He played the cricket. She didn't play the violin. Next, past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is used to express a continued or ongoing action which occurred in past and completed at some point in past. It expresses an ongoing nature of an action in past. Structure for the past continuous tense is subject plus was or were plus verb ing form. Rule number 1. Past continuous tense is used to express an action going on at some time in the past. Examples: It was raining throughout the night. I was reading a story for a long time yesterday. They were playing football all evening on past month. Rule number 2. The past continuous tense is to express an idea that two actions were happening parallel at the same time in a same sentence. Examples for rule number 2. I was studying while she was preparing dinner. While Sheila was reading, Mala was watching television. Rule number 3 for past continuous tense. If a subordinate clause starts with while, past continuous tense should be used. Examples for rule number: While she was cooking, her sari caught fire. While Bama was dancing, she fell down. Next, past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to express an action which has occurred in past, usually a long time ago, and action which has occurred in past before another action in past. It is used to express a continued or ongoing action that started in past and continued until sometime in past. Structure for past perfect tense. Subject plus had plus past participle V3 form of the verb. Rule number 1. Past perfect tense is used to express the two actions that one action happened before another in the past. Example for rule number 1. I had gone to bed when someone rang the bell. They had moved out of the house when the wall collapsed. Rule number 2. Subordinate clause which starts with after is to be mentioned in past perfect tense, and the main clause should be mentioned in the past tense. Examples for rule number 2. We reached the railway station after the train had left. They left the place after the sun had left. Rule number 3. Subordinate clause which starts with before is to be mentioned in simple past, and the main clause should be in the past perfect tense. Examples for rule number 3. We had reached home before it began to rain. The patient had died before the doctor came. Next, past perfect continuous tense. The past perfect continuous is used to indicate a continuous action that was completed at some point of time in the past. Structure for past perfect continuous tense: subject plus had plus been plus verb ing form. Rule number 1. The past perfect continuous tense is used to show that something started in the past and continued up until another time in the past. Examples for rule number 1. We had been talking for over 2 hours before Raja arrived. How long had you been waiting to get on the train? Rule number 2. The past perfect continuous is to be used to show cause and effect of an action before another action in the past. Examples for rule number 2. Karuna was tired because she had been working. Sam lost weight because he had not been eating properly. For 10 minutes and for a week are both terms which can be used with the past perfect continuous. Even though these terms related to the present perfect continuous, the duration should not continue until now. It has to stop before something else in the past.